In the flicker of a single oil lamp, a young man sits alone, his ledger open, numbers dancing in the shadows. It is 1863, and the world is raw, unrefined. Like the crude oil he is betting everything on. His name is John Rockefeller, and at 24, he is not chasing dreams, he is forging an empire. Do you feel that hunger, that pulse of ambition that drowns out doubt? Most hear it and run. Rockefeller listened and built. This is not a story of luck or chance. It is a blueprint, etched in sweat and strategy, for those brave enough to claim their place in history. The world was chaos then, just as it is now. Civil war tore nations apart. Markets blurred. Yet Rockefeller saw what others missed: opportunity in the cracks of calamity. Oil was not just a resource. It was power. Progress. The blood of a new era. But power is not seized by wishing. It is carved by those who master their mind before mastering the world. Rockefeller's first lesson was not about oil, it was about belief. Belief so unshakable it could bend reality. He did not see a risky venture, he saw a destiny. When others scoffed, he doubled down. When banks refused him, he found a way. Belief is not blind faith, it is a calculated fire, burning away excuses, lighting the path to what is possible. Picture him in Cleveland, a city of smoke and hustle. He is not alone now. Partners like Morris Clark and Samuel Andrews join him, each bringing something vital: capital, chemistry, grit. But partnerships are not friendships. They are alliances forged in purpose. Rockefeller did not choose men for comfort. He chose them for strength, for what they could build together. Clark's money opened doors. Andrews' refinery expertise turned crude into gold. Yet Rockefeller was the vision, the unrelenting force binding them. He taught us this: surround yourself with those who amplify your purpose, not dilute it. Weak links break empires. Choose partners who match your hunger, who see the summit and climb without complaint. Vision alone is not enough. Rockefeller's mind was a machine, clarity in every gear. He did not chase oil blindly. He studied it. Every barrel, every cost, every margin. He knew his business like a general knows a battlefield. Most fail here, lost in the fog of their own distractions. Clarity is power. It is not enough to want success, you must know exactly what it looks like, down to the last penny, the last step. Rockefeller's ledgers were not just numbers. They were his war map. He tracked every expense, every inefficiency, and crushed them. In your life, what is your ledger? What is the one truth you are avoiding? Face it. Measure it. Master it. That is where empires begin. Purpose drove him deeper. Oil was not just profit. It was progress. Rockefeller saw a world lit by lamps, powered by machines, connected by his vision. Purpose is not a buzzword, it is the anchor that keeps you steady when storms hit. And storms always hit. Competitors slashed prices, railroads played favorites. Yet Rockefeller's purpose never wavered. He did not just want to sell oil. He wanted to own the industry. Standard Oil was not a company, it was a mission. What is your mission? Not your job, not your hustle, your reason. Find it. Let it burn so fiercely it drowns out the noise of doubt, fear, and failure. Discipline was his weapon, while others slept. Rockefeller worked, while they celebrated small wins. He planned the next 10 moves. Discipline is not sexy, it is brutal. It is saying no to distractions, to comfort, to the easy path. Rockefeller did not build Standard Oil by chasing trends or cutting corners. He built it by outworking everyone. He negotiated with railroads until they bent. He bought out rivals with ruthless precision. Discipline meant waking before dawn. Studying markets. Refining processes. It meant never settling for good enough. Ask yourself, where are you soft? Where do you let yourself slide? That is your enemy. Kill it daily, or it will kill your dreams. Action turned his vision into reality. Ideas are cheap, execution is everything. Rockefeller did not wait for permission or perfect timing. He moved. When he saw waste in refineries, he innovated. When competitors undercut him, he outmaneuvered them. Action is not reckless. It is deliberate, relentless, informed by clarity and fueled by purpose. He did not just act, he acted better, faster, smarter. In 1870, Standard Oil was born, not from a single leap, but from 1,000 calculated steps. What step are you avoiding? Take it. Hesitation is the grave of ambition. Resilience kept him standing. The world did not bow to Rockefeller, it fought him. Rivals, regulators, even his own partners turned against him. Clark doubted his vision and left. Rockefeller bought him out, unmoved. Economic panic shook the nation, but he adapted, finding new ways to grow. Resilience is not just surviving, it is thriving in the fire. It is the voice that says keep going when everything screams quit. Rockefeller faced lawsuits, public scorn, and betrayal. Yet he never broke, because his belief, his purpose, his discipline were iron. What breaks you? Find it, forge it into strength. The world respects only those who endure. The battlefield of business is unforgiving. It does not care for your dreams or your fears, only your ability to stand when others fall. Rockefeller knew this. His resilience was not just personal. It was strategic. He did not just weather storms, he turned them into weapons. When panic gripped markets, he bought failing refineries at pennies on the dollar. When rivals banded against him, he outsmarted them, locking in exclusive railroad deals that choked their supply lines. Resilience is not passive endurance. It is active conquest. It is seeing the chaos and finding the angle others miss. What chaos surrounds you now? Look closer. There is opportunity in the cracks, waiting for those bold enough to seize it. Partnerships were Rockefeller's steel frame. He did not build alone, but he never leaned on the weak. After Clark's exit, new allies like Henry Flagler and Stephen Harkness stepped in. Flagler, a master of logistics, tamed the railroads, securing rebates that slashed costs. Harkness brought capital and silenced loyalty without ego. Rockefeller did not need friends. He needed generals. Each partner was a piece of his machine, chosen not for charm but for impact. Flagler's cunning, Andrews' science, Harkness' wealth. They were not just men. They were forces, aligned by Rockefeller's vision. Learn this. Your allies define your ceiling. Choose those who lift you, who challenge you, who refuse to let you settle. One wrong partner can sink an empire. One right one can build a dynasty. Legacy is not an accident, it is a choice. Rockefeller did not just want wealth. He wanted to reshape the world. Standard Oil was not a business. It was a revolution. By 1880, it controlled 90% of America's oil. Not through luck, but through obsession. Every move was deliberate, every refinery optimized. Every competitor studied. Every risk measured. He did not chase short-term wins. He played for centuries. Legacy demands you think beyond today. Beyond yourself. It is not about what you gain, but what you leave behind. Rockefeller's empire lit homes, powered cities, birthed industries. What will your legacy ignite? What mark will you carve into time? Don't wait to decide, start now, or history will forget you. Philanthropy was his redemption. The world called him ruthless, a robber baron who crushed without mercy. But Rockefeller saw further. Wealth was not his endgame, it was his tool. He gave millions, then billions in today's dollars, to education, medicine, science, the University of Chicago, the Rockefeller Institute. They were not just gifts. They were his defiance against a world that branded him a villain. Philanthropy is not charity. It is strategy. It is using power to bend the future toward good. Rockefeller did not give to be loved, he gave to build. What is your wealth for? Not money alone, but your time, your energy, your fight. Use it. Shape something that outlives you, or it is wasted. Adaptability was his edge. The world never stops changing, and neither did he. When electricity threatened oil's dominance, he pivoted, refining kerosene into gasoline for the automobile age. When antitrust laws shattered Standard Oil in 1911, he did not collapse, he profited, holding shares in the new companies that soared. Adaptability is not reaction, it is anticipation. It is reading the winds of change and shifting your sails before the storm hits. Rockefeller studied trends, listened to whispers of innovation, and moved first. The graveyard of business is filled with those who clung to the past. Don't join them. Embrace the new. Master it. Make it yours. Time is the ultimate judge. Rockefeller's principles: belief, clarity, purpose, discipline, action, resilience, partnership, legacy, philanthropy. Adaptability were not just his, they are universal, etched into the DNA of every titan who reshaped the world. Carnegie forged steel, Morgan tamed finance, Edison harnessed light, Ford mobilized nations. Each shared Rockefeller's fire, a refusal to accept limits, a hunger to build what others could not dream. You stand at the same crossroads. The tools have changed: data, tech, global markets, but the game is the same. Will you rise, or will you fade? The answer lies not in your circumstances, but in your choices. The world does not wait for you to be ready. It moves, relentless, like a river carving stone. Rockefeller understood this. He did not just adapt to change, he shaped it. When rivals cut prices to bleed him dry, he slashed his own. But smarter, using scale to crush them. When public outcry branded him a monopolist, he turned scrutiny into strategy, giving generously to silence critics and cement his influence. Adaptability is not surrender, it is mastery. It is seeing the tide turn and riding it to new shores. Today, markets shift faster, tech rises, trends fade, empires fall overnight. Are you watching? Are you moving? Or are you standing still, waiting for a world that no longer exists? Partnerships were his leverage. Rockefeller did not just choose men. He forged alliances that multiplied his power. Henry Flagler was not just a logistics genius. He was a warrior, negotiating rail deals that gave Standard Oil an iron grip on transport. Stephen Harkness did not just bring money. He brought trust, a quiet strength that let Rockefeller focus on conquest. Even when partners clashed, like Clark's early exit, Rockefeller turned tension into triumph, buying him out and tightening his control. Partnerships are not about harmony, they are about results. Surround yourself with those who sharpen your edge, who push you to be relentless, One weak link can unravel everything. Cut it without hesitation. Influence was his currency. Rockefeller did not just build a company. He built a system. Railroads, banks, even politicians bent to his will. Not through force, but through value. He made himself indispensable. Standard Oil did not just sell oil, it set prices. Shaped markets. Defined progress. Influence is not loud. It is strategic. It is knowing who to align with, what to offer, when to strike. Rockefeller's partners were not just business allies. They were his network, each tie a thread in a web that spanned industries. Build your web. Find the players who matter. Earn their respect. Make them need you. That is how you move the world. Discipline never faltered. While others chased quick profits, Rockefeller played the long game. He reinvested earnings. Modernized refineries. Cut waste with surgical precision. Every dollar was a soldier. Every decision a battle. Discipline is not just hard work, it is obsession with efficiency. He did not waste time on petty rivalries or fleeting pleasures. His focus was absolute. Build. Expand. Dominate. Look at your life. Where do you leak energy? Meetings that drag, habits that stall, doubts that linger, cut them. Discipline is the difference between those who dream and those who deliver. Action was his pulse. Rockefeller did not theorize success, he executed it. When he saw pipelines could bypass railroads, he built them. When foreign markets opened, he shipped oil across oceans. Action is not blind hustle. It is informed, relentless, unstoppable. He did not wait for approval or perfect plans. He moved, adjusted. Standard Oil's rise was not a fluke, it was a machine of calculated strikes. What is your next strike? Not tomorrow, not next week, now. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is filled with action. Cross it or stay stuck. Resilience was his armor. The world threw everything at him: lawsuits, scandals, economic crashes. In 1893, when panic gutted markets, Rockefeller stood firm, buying rivals who crumbled. When the Supreme Court broke Standard Oil apart, he did not flinch. He profited, his wealth soaring as the fragments thrived. Resilience is not just grit, it is vision under pressure. It is knowing the game is not over until you say it is. Life will test you, break you, try to bury you. Let it, then rise. Rockefeller did. Every time. So can you. Legacy was his horizon. He did not just want to win, he wanted to redefine what winning meant. Standard Oil powered a century, but his philanthropy reshaped it. He funded schools, hospitals, research that cured diseases. His wealth did not die with him. It lives in institutions that still stand. Legacy is not ego, it is impact. It is asking, what will outlast me? Rockefeller's answer was clear: a world better for his mark. Your legacy does not need billions. It needs intent. Build something, a business, a family, a cause that carries your fire forward. Start today, or time will steal your chance. The fire of ambition does not flicker, it roars. Rockefeller's legacy was not just in the wealth he amassed or the institutions he built. It was in the mindset that drove him. He saw the world not as it was, but as it could be. Every challenge was a chance to grow stronger, every setback a lesson to sharpen his edge. This is the heart of his philosophy. The world bends to those who refuse to break. You are not here to drift through life, to let circumstance dictate your path. You are here to carve it. to forge something enduring, just as he did. The question is not whether you can, it is whether you will. Partnerships were his foundation, but they were never sentimental. Rockefeller chose men like pieces on a chessboard, each with a purpose, each expendable if they faltered. When Samuel Andrews perfected refining, Rockefeller leaned on his skill to outpace rivals. When Henry Flagler secured rail monopolies, Rockefeller used his deals to strangle competitors' supply lines. But when partners wavered, like Maurice Clark doubting the oil gamble, Rockefeller cut them loose without a backward glance. Partnerships are not about loyalty, they are about alignment. Surround yourself with those who share your fire, who do not flinch at the weight of your vision. One misstep, one doubter, can topple everything. Choose wisely, or pay dearly. Clarity was his compass. In a world of noise-rival schemes, market swings, public outrage, Rockefeller stayed focused. He did not chase every opportunity. He mastered the one that mattered. Oil was his arena, and he knew every inch of it. Costs, margins, logistics, demand. Clarity is not just knowledge, it is elimination. It is stripping away the trivial, the tempting, the temporary, until only the essential remains. Most fail here, scattered by shiny distractions or paralyzed by indecision. Not Rockefeller. His ledgers were his truth, his strategy his gospel. What is your truth? What one thing, if mastered, would change everything? Find it, obsess over it, let it guide every step. Purpose fueled his empire. Rockefeller did not wake each day to chase money, he woke to build a world that ran on his terms. Standard Oil was not just a company, it was a force. Lighting homes, driving industry, shaping nations. Purpose is not a vague ideal, it is a mission that consumes you. It is what keeps you moving when exhaustion begs you to stop, when critics call you ruthless, when the world bets against you. Rockefeller's purpose was clear: control the lifeblood of progress. What is yours? Not your job, not your side hustle, your reason. Dig deep. If it does not burn, it is not enough. Discipline was his rhythm. While others squandered time, Rockefeller weaponized it. He rose early, worked late, studied relentlessly. Every refinery was streamlined, every expense justified, every deal calculated. Discipline is not glamorous, it is grinding. It is choosing the hard path, day after day. When no one's watching, Rockefeller did not celebrate small victories. He planned the next war. His discipline turned Standard Oil into an unstoppable machine, crushing rivals who lacked his focus. Where do you waver? Where do you let comfort creep in? Root it out. Discipline is the bridge between vision and victory. Build it or fall. Action was his answer. Dreams die in hesitation, but Rockefeller never paused. When pipelines promised efficiency, he funded them. When global markets beckoned, he conquered them. Action is not reckless, it is decisive. It is informed by clarity, driven by purpose, backed by discipline. Rockefeller did not wait for perfect conditions. He created them. Every move was a step toward dominance. Every risk a bet on his own genius. What is your next move? Not the safe one, not the easy one, the one that scares you, the one that matters. Take it. The world rewards those who act while others think. Resilience was his defiance. The world did not cheer Rockefeller, it condemned him. Newspapers vilified him. Lawmakers hunted him. Competitors swore to bury him. Yet he stood taller. The panic of 1873 crushed weaker men, but Rockefeller bought their ruins. The 1911 breakup of Standard Oil was meant to end him, but he emerged richer, his influence untouched. Resilience is not just surviving, it is thriving under fire. It is laughing at the storm, because you know you are stronger. Life will hit you hard. Let it. Each blow is a lesson, each scar a badge. Rise, like he did, and make the world regret challenging you. Philanthropy was no afterthought for Rockefeller, it was his counterstrike. The world saw a titan, cold and calculating, but he saw a chance to redefine his name. His wealth poured into causes that reshaped lives. Universities rose. Diseases fell. Science surged. The Rockefeller Foundation was not charity, it was legacy in motion, a vow that his power would outlive the critics who cursed him. Philanthropy is not about giving, it is about building. It is taking what you have earned and forging something eternal. Your resources. Your time. Your will, what are they building? If the answer is nothing, you are not living. You are drifting. Choose a cause. Pour yourself into it, and let it echo beyond your years. Adaptability kept him untouchable. When the automobile age dawned, Rockefeller did not cling to kerosene, he pivoted to gasoline, fueling a new era. When regulators tore Standard Oil apart, he did not mourn. He profited, his shares in the splintered firm soaring. Adaptability is not bending to the world, it is bending the world to you. It is seeing the shift before it arrives, moving faster than the tide. Today, change is merciless, tech disrupts. Markets collapse. Ideas vanish. Are you ahead of the curve, or chasing it? Rockefeller studied the horizon, anticipated the next wave, and rode it to dominance. Learn this. The future belongs to those who shape it, not those who fear it. Influence was his true empire. Standard Oil was bricks and barrels, but Rockefeller's real power was invisible. He did not just control oil, he controlled the systems around it. Railroads bowed to his deals. Banks leaned on his wealth. Governments felt his shadow. Influence is not loud boasts or flashy displays. It is quiet, relentless, earned through value. His partners were his conduits, Flagler's rail contracts, Harkness financial muscle, Andrews technical precision. Each extended his reach, weaving a network no rival could break. Build your network, not for status, but for impact. Find the levers of power, pull them, and make the world move to your rhythm. Audacity defined him. Rockefeller did not play small, he aimed for the impossible. In 1870, oil was a gamble. By 1880, he owned it. Audacity is not arrogance, it is courage to bet on yourself when the world bets against you. He faced down skeptics, bought out doubters, and built what others called madness. His partners shared that fire. Flagler's daring rail schemes, Harkness bold investments. Audacity binds the fearless, forging alliances that defy limits. Where's your audacity? What impossible goal stirs your blood? Chase it. The world does not reward the timid, it kneels to the bold. Sacrifice was his silent pact. Empire demands cost. Rockefeller gave up ease, comfort, even reputation. He worked through nights others slept, faced scorn others fled, made choices others feared. Sacrifice is not loss, it is investment. It is trading the small for the monumental. His partners knew this too. Andrews toiled in refineries. Flagler battled rail barons. Harkness staked his fortune. Success is not free. What are you willing to give? Time, pride, safety. If you are not sacrificing, you are not building. Embrace the cost, or settle for mediocrity. Conviction was his North Star. Doubt kills dreams, but Rockefeller's belief was iron. He did not waver when markets crashed, when rivals attacked, when laws struck. His partners fed that conviction. Flagler's unyielding loyalty. Andrew's relentless innovation. Conviction is not blind, it is clarity under fire. It is knowing your path, even when the world screams you are wrong. Find your conviction. Let it anchor you when chaos rages. Without it, you are a leaf in the wind, tossed by every storm. The climax of Rockefeller's story is not his wealth or his power, it is his example. He showed us that greatness is not born, it is forged. Belief, clarity, purpose, discipline, action, resilience, partnership, legacy, philanthropy, adaptability, influence, audacity, sacrifice, conviction. These are not gifts. They are choices. Carnegie built steel. Edison lit the dark. Ford moved millions. But Rockefeller rewrote the rules of possibility. His partners were not just men. They were proof that the right allies amplify your fire. You stand now at the edge of your own empire. The world is raw, chaotic, waiting. Will you hesitate, or will you seize it? Choose, act, build. Your legacy begins today. The world is not kind to dreamers, it tests them, breaks them, dares them to rise. Rockefeller faced that test every day. His empire was not built on oil alone, but on the unyielding will to shape reality. His partners were not mere men. They were extensions of that will. Flagler's iron resolve. Andrew's relentless ingenuity. Harkness' quiet strength. Together, they turned a flickering idea into a force that lit the world. This is the truth they leave you. Greatness is not a gift, it is a fight you choose, moment by moment, against doubt, fear, and the pull of the ordinary. Are you ready to fight? Vision was his spark. Rockefeller did not see a business. He saw a future. Oil was not just profit, it was the pulse of progress, the fuel of a new age. His partners shared that vision, each adding a piece to the mosaic. Flagler saw railroads not as tracks, but as arteries of empire. Andrew saw refineries not as factories, but as engines of efficiency. Vision is not vague hope, it is a picture so clear it burns. It is knowing what you are building, why it matters, and what it will become. What is your vision? Not your plan, not your goal, your obsession. Paint it in your mind, vivid and unshakable, and let it pull you forward. Courage was his fuel. The world called him ruthless, but they missed the truth. Rockefeller was fearless. He bet his life on oil when others mocked it. He faced down giants, railroads, rivals, regulators, and never blinked. His partners matched that courage. Flagler daring deals, Harkness massive stakes, Andrew's tireless experiments. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the refusal to let it win. It is stepping into the unknown, knowing the cost, and moving anyway. Where's your courage? What risk are you avoiding? Take it. The only failure is the one you do not face. Persistence was his hammer. Empires are not built in a day, they are forged through endless blows. Rockefeller did not win by genius alone. He won by never stopping. When rivals undercut him, he outlasted them. When laws struck, he pivoted. His partners shared that persistence. Flagler's grueling negotiations, Andrew's relentless refinements. Persistence is not glamour, it is grit. It is waking up, bruised and battered, and choosing to swing again. Life will try to wear you down. Let it try. Keep moving. Keep building. Keep fighting. The world yields to those who refuse to quit. Impact was his measure. Rockefeller did not chase wealth for its own sake. He chased what it could do. Standard Oil powered cities. His philanthropy healed nations. His legacy shaped centuries. His partners were his multipliers, each amplifying his reach. Impact is not about scale. It is about meaning. It is asking, what changes because I was here? Your impact does not need billions, it needs intent. A business that lifts a community. A lesson that inspires a child. A fight that sparks change. What is your impact? Find it. Make it real. Let it ripple. Stand at the edge of your own story. The world is no different today than it was in Rockefeller's time. Raw, chaotic, brimming with possibility. His principles are yours to claim, belief to ignite you, clarity to guide you, purpose to drive you, discipline to ground you, action to propel you, resilience to shield you, partnerships to strengthen you, legacy to inspire you, philanthropy to redeem you, adaptability to free you, influence to empower you, audacity to lift you, sacrifice to forge you, conviction to anchor you, vision to light your path, courage to fuel your fight, persistence to carve your place, impact to define your worth. Rockefeller did not wait for permission, and neither should you. His partners were not just allies, they were proof that the right team can move mountains. Choose yours. Build yours. Fight for yours. The lamp flickers, but the fire is yours now. Take it, run with it, let it burn through every excuse, every doubt, every limit. The world is waiting not to embrace you, but to be shaped by you. Rockefeller's shadow looms large, not to dwarf you, but to challenge you. Rise, build, endure. Your empire starts now. What will you make of it? This is your moment. Rockefeller's story is not history, it is a mirror. Reflect on it. See the hunger in his eyes, the steel in his spine, the fire in his choices. You carry that same spark. His partners were not chosen for comfort, but for conquest. Find yours, those who see your vision, who match your grit, who push you to be more. The world will test you, as it tested him. Markets will shift, critics will howl, obstacles will tower. Let them. You are not here to survive, you are here to dominate. Clarity will be your map, action your sword, resilience your shield. Every step you take, every sacrifice you make, every risk you embrace builds not just a life, but a legacy. Start now. The world does not wait, and neither should you. Forge your empire, make it eternal,